Last time on Total Party Guild.
Reach out a hand.
I'm kind of shocked by how strong you are, and I do like the ow wrench.
I shake a little too hard at first, and then I kind of like catch myself, and then I shake more gently.
And I reach out for Jewel.
Oh, yeah, I'll shake your hand.
I'll never wash it again.
Oh my God. Please do. Please do.
Welcome, heroes, to Total Party Guild, a weekly retrowave-inspired D&D podcast. I'm Sean Rowe, and I am going to be your GM for this story arc. Today, the guild will be hiring
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, human bard.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Brilliance Redmoon, but you can call me B, a fighter warlock.
And Justin Lamb playing Stennel Bjornsson, the halfling barbarian.
Last time on Total Party Guild, the guildies had a little bit of side adventures, and they enjoyed themselves around town. One had a crazy dream, and another one ran across a small kid who was getting beat up by a very large man. B, not spending one moment to think about it, beat up the large man, and then took the offering from the kid before the kid vanished into the crowd. Later on, the guild decided on a new mission, so they are planning on going to the Ghent Grasslands in search of another adventuring party who did not make it back home. But before then, they're going to meet the kid at Champions Park at midnight to deliver the ring.
What could go wrong?
Right, what could possibly go wrong with that? As we bring ourselves into the adventure, we slowly begin to drop in on the party members as they have gone to their separate areas, collected their things, and are now arriving outside of the park 10 minutes before midnight. Champions Park during the daytime is a beautiful, sprawling park near the mid-level of the city. It is a place to celebrate the heroes that have come before inside of Arosa. And massive, giant statues dot their way throughout the park, and well-tended, manicured pathways make their way through the large forested trees and the several smaller pools and ponds that make their way inside this beautiful park. At nighttime, it does take on a little bit of a different, more sinister aspect. The bright lights from the city nearby, shining neon colors, are a little bit more dim and faded as you guys stand outside the park entrance. The gates are open, admitting the last people to come in and out of the park. Normally, they'd be closed by now.
Well, thank you for going through the trouble of meeting me here.
That's no trouble. We got the horses. We got the carriage. We're ready to go.
So B is in that kind of sci-fi exoskeletal armor, as like a chest plate, shin guards, and like bracers and gloves. And you can tell he's really uncomfortable in it because he keeps like pulling at the collar or like stretching in it.
Your first time wearing armor?
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's so restricting.
Well, it looks intimidating and kind of pretty.
At least it's light.
Let's go meet your friends so we can get out of here.
So, scrawled on a note and not previously mentioned was the name of the statue where the kid will be meeting you. B, what's the name of that statue?
Oh, is it?
Is
it my father's statue?
Yep.
It's Javier Redmoon, the Red Mage of Ashes.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that guy.
It's almost like this kid knew who you were.
You think so?
Do you point out to us that it's your dad's statue?
No.
Are there any similarities, or is he the human?
Yeah. Besides like kind of shaggy hair that's different color.
So you guys make your way through the park, through the tended pathways. It's lit up by floating neon globes of some green, some blue. It shines lights on the path, but it doesn't really illuminate too much outside of the pathways itself. And then as you approach the statue itself, the statue is towering at least 4 or 5 times larger than life. And it has a small plaque underneath it talking about Javier Red Moon and the adventures that he did in order to get himself emblazoned in statue form. There's several floating pink lights that are slowly swirling around the statue, constantly putting light onto the statue itself.
Do all of the statues have this feature of the lights floating around them?
Yeah, as you've walked through the park, you've run across a couple other ones. A giant half-orc standing there with a shield raised and blue lights slowly circling around them. And you walked across another statue of a tiefling holding out like a crystal ball with greenish purple lights floating around the outside of them.
I suppose this is it. So I have Devil's Sight, so I have dark vision out to 120 feet and can see through magical darkness.
Yeah, so as you're approaching, I don't think Stennel and Jewel have dark vision, right?
I don't have dark vision.
Me neither.
As you approach, you can clearly see that there is an extremely well-dressed gentleman standing in front of the statue. B, everyone else can see it as well. I mean, he's not like trying to hide or get out of the way or anything like that, but, you know, with your poor, you know, visions, it's like outlined in pink lights as he's standing there. He's wearing a completely white suit with a white, like, round hat on top of his head.
Is this the kid that was getting beat up?
No, I don't think so. Unless he grew a lot.
Is he close enough to, like, we could talk to him like normal?
Yeah, you can see him as you guys are walking. He doesn't seem to react or move or anything. He's standing there fairly relaxed with his hands just, you know, draped and holding in front of him.
Hi, friend. I was looking for a kid, and I'll describe the kid.
Oh, yeah. Reslin said you would be here for me. Reslin said you had an item of his that I was to retrieve.
I don't know who that is.
The kid you just described. I mean, you never got his name?
I don't feel comfortable just giving this to anyone, so is he around?
Well, like, Reslin? Is Reslin around? I mean, you could say that. Yeah, he's around. He's nearby.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh.
Okie doke. Remind me what that does.
For the duration, I can read the thoughts of certain creatures when I cast a spell, and as an action on each turn until the spell ends, I can focus my mind on any one creature that I can see within 30 feet. If the creature I choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, it's unaffected. It says see more on page 231. So hold on.
I know you can read surface thoughts with it, and then you have to, I don't know if they get a save or you have to make a roll in order to get deeper thoughts. More than likely it's a save, but...
You initially learn the surface thoughts of a creature, what's on its mind in the moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw.
So, all right. So how do you cast that spell?
I will pull out a copper piece, put my hand in my pocket and rub a copper piece because that's the material. Hold on. Charmed. Okay, sorry. I was making sure that my magic item didn't give them disadvantage. I'll just kind of, I'll say, tell me what you're thinking, and just kind of wave my hand around, like my finger around just a little bit like a flourish. And that's the Detect Thoughts because it has vocal, somatic, and material to cast Detect Thoughts.
All right, cool. So tell me what you're thinking, and you wave your hand around.
Tell me what you're thinking.
And as you do that, you catch a brief flash of this kid who is all beat up. You've never seen him before, but you see that his hands is tied behind his back, and there's another hand resting on his shoulder with like you can get the clear image of like a white suited arm, but then it kind of like fades out.
Okay.
I don't know. I think this guy seems nice. That's a nice suit.
Now I think that he's definitely not on the level.
And I stop and I'll look up at Jewel and try to read her
brief
expression.
flash in his mind of 6 guys in suits coming through the forest with blades drawn.
Okay. I'm going to look at B and say 6 guys are coming. And
then you catch a brief surface thoughts of how the fuck did she know? Hey, I don't know what this lady's talking about, but there ain't nobody here but me. If I can just distract them for a second, then they can get the drop on them.
And I'm still looking to Jewel for direction.
Is there cover anywhere nearby?
There's the giant statue behind the guy. There's a couple of park benches, and then it's some trees maybe 20, 30 feet off. And then it's like tended, manicured lawns and stuff like that. There's a small fountain on the right-hand side from you, maybe 20, 30 feet away. That would be the only cover in the area.
Is it like forest, or is it like one tree that's planted with a ton of grass around it?
It's definitely forest. It looks like the ground itself around the statues is manicured nice, but then as it goes, after 20 feet, it hits like where the forest begins, so you can see like the grass is cut around it, and then it's all like gravelly, or not gravel, but like dirt paths and stuff. And I will have you guys go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that.
What's that?
I was going to say, I look at Stennel and Jewel and then bolt towards the woods.
All right.
I wonder where he's off to. Jewel, what's your expression? What's the expression on your face?
Business, like kind of a worried business look. Like I'm steeling myself to fight.
Okay, so this is not a good business.
You said 6 guys are coming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if I can, I'd like to bolt towards the woods. If not, we can just roll initiative where we stand.
No, I'm going to take it as you start bolting towards the woods, and then we'll roll initiative. So when we start the combat round, you'll be halfway there.
Okay. And on my way, I'm going to make a rifle.
No problem.
Dirty 20 for Stennel.
Hang on a sec. The hang on a sec meant nothing to you guys, huh? Is that what that means?
No, it did.
Sorry.
I have not said anything.
No, I mean, you win points.
Sorry.
DM's favorite.
I was excited about my roll.
I think you said yours, and then he said, hang on.
I did. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so Vanessa, what did you roll?
6.
That's really down there, huh? All right.
Yeah.
6
really bad.
For Jewel. All right, Stennel.
Dirty 20
for Stennel, and for you, B.
7.
Oh, right above. Yep. That's cool. B, what's your dexterity modifier?
+2.
All right. What is your wisdom modifier?
0.
Yay, twinsies.
I'm assuming your charisma modifier is high, huh?
+4.
Okay. All right. So you go first.
I guess mine's -1. I just say it's 0 because Jack of all trades pumps all of my skills up to 0. A lot of low whiz in this group.
B has the -1 intelligence.
I have a +1 intelligence.
Thinking is hard.
Oh my God.
Huh.
Sorry.
Did you build somebody with the exact same stats as B?
Yeah, that's why I had to figure out how far down the chain I had to go for who wanted the initiative tie. But no, I'm rolling my initiatives now, and oh my God.
Uh-oh, we're gonna die.
That's the sound of low numbers. It's okay.
You're gonna die.
All right, so to paint the picture, B is running towards the forest. So the pathway goes up to the statue directly ahead of you. The forest curls around everything. To your right, there's more like manicured gardens. There's a stone path and a fountain that is there, lit up with a couple of green lights that flow around the outside of the fountain. So for purposes, north is where the statue is, and south west is the direction that B is running towards the forest. B can clearly see that there is 6 additional guys in suits making their way through the forest, heading towards you guys there. A couple of them have crossbows in their hands, and a couple of them are like reaching into their suit like pockets and jackets and so forth. And we start off with Stennel being the top of the initiative round. Stennel, what would you like to do?
Well, it's been kind of a weird night. I love the park. I like walking through the park, and we meet the snazzy looking guy, and he's got business with our new friend, our new very pretty friend. And I don't know, everything's pretty great until Jewel says 6 guys, and then B starts running off to the woods, and I look at Jewel, and Jewel has a business look on her face. And I know where I've seen that business look before. That's when there's business to be done. The kind of business that Stennel understands. So it doesn't matter how nice this guy's head is. Stennel is going to charge him. It's time for business. Is he within 30 feet?
Oh, yeah, no, he's close enough to charge.
35 feet?
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm going to immediately sprint to the guy, and I'm gonna grapple him. I'm gonna try to like grab his arm, swing around his back, and try to pin him. Pin him
All
with
right,
my
go ahead and
big
roll an
arms.
attack roll.
17.
You leap at him. You hit him like a small, furry, fast-moving thing, and you just move around to his back real quick. You have grappled him.
Excellent. And I'm like, spill the beans.
And that is your turn. Unless you want to use a bonus action.
No, I'm good. I got this.
All right. Go ahead and roll me in athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, that feels good. That's a 25.
So he reaches up rapidly and he grabs a hold of your arm and he tries to like yank and throw you off. And you kind of like let go and you ride the throw. But then as he lets go, you hang on. And so you just kind of swing right back around onto his back. And he's like, what the fuck?
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
And that was his action as he was trying to break the grapple. That moves us to B. B, you can see through the forest. They are coming. There's 3 guys with crossbows and 3 guys that are starting to draw blades and axes out of their coats. They don't look heavily armored, but they do have they mean to do business look on their face. They're currently about 35 feet away from you.
Oh, I'm going to cast Hex as a bonus action on one of the ones with the crossbow.
Okay.
And I'm assuming I have my weapon out.
Oh, yeah. No, you summoned it already. Yeah.
Hex is a bonus action. It's concentration. I put a curse on the one I see. And then when I deal damage to it, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. And then I'm going to say it has disadvantage on... What check is Vicious Mockery, Vanessa?
It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to give it disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. And if it drops to 0 hit points, I can switch targets. And I can maintain concentration on the spell for up to 8 hours.
All right. What's that look like?
His eyes do like a gold flash as he whispers something. And then from his rifle, a little side compartment opens up and a little needle launches out of it. Just like a little sting on the guy's neck. And it kind of spreads out with a small gold glow.
Nice. So you see it hit that guy, and then you do what?
And then I make big boom boom noises.
So everyone sees B just like point his rifle and then go boom, boom.
I'm also going to get prone.
All right, so you drop him prone?
Yes.
All right, so you go ahead and drop prone and make your attack.
Sharpshooter 23.
Well, that hits.
And 18.
Is that with your hex damage?
No, those were both to hit because I get 2 attacks. Thirsting Blade.
All right, they both hit.
I suppose I should see if he dies first, huh?
No, he's got 2 blades in him.
Okay.
But no, seriously, if you want to change targets, so forth, you make the first attack, and then we'll see about the second one. So go ahead and roll the damage on the first one.
The first hit does 21.
He dies.
Oh.
Jesus.
So, do you attack the second guy? Did you want to move the hex to the second guy?
Is it a free action or is it a bonus action?
I don't.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, I think it's a bonus action.
Bonus action, so I can't.
Okay.
But I'm going to attack the second one.
Okay.
14.
That hits.
25.
Points of damage?
Yes. So it is 1d10 plus 10 for sharpshooter because I'm taking a -5 to hit. And plus 4 charisma and then plus hex damage.
Except you can't do the hex damage to the second guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. -3 then.
So 22.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jewel, you see B run off, and then he raises his rifle, and then it's like boom as he's dropping to the floor, and then boom, and 2 separate guys just like fly off of their feet, blood flying from their chests as they smack into the ground.
I was staring with my mouth open just a little bit like, what?
One crossbowman was aiming towards Jewel, stops, and then readjusts his aim real quick to shoot at the now prone Bee.
My armor class is 16 and he's at disadvantage because I'm prone.
Right. And with the disadvantage, he rolls a 12. So he missed.
Hey.
A crossbow bolt into the ground right by your head. Jewel, you are up.
If you're prone, you get attacked at disadvantage.
For melee range, yeah. Once you're in melee range, they gain advantage on the attack.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 4 guys and the suit left. And how far out are they from me?
They would be about 50, 55 feet.
Okay, are any of them grouped at all?
No, they're spread out.
Of course they are. Well, fuck. Okay, I'm going to target the closest melee fighter to B and cast Vicious Mockery.
Okie doke.
And just be like, you're not that snaky. And it just kind of like sound waves at him, like an attack with sound waves. And he has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
He rolled a 6.
My DC is 15, so he fails.
Yep.
And he takes 2d4. Would you believe if I said I rolled double ones?
Yes, every time I would.
Every time.
Yeah, I would actually believe that, yes.
If I said double 4s, you'd be like, you fucking liar.
Right, exactly.
So he takes 2 whole damage, and he has disadvantage on the next attack it makes before the end of its next turn. Does 2 damage kill it?
No.
Just want to check.
This was a fully healthy guy.
Everyone's kind of where they want to be, so I'm going to... B is like 30 feet away from me right now.
20.
20. I'm going to... inspiration... I don't have a distance for inspiration. I would assume it's either 30 feet or touch.
I think it's 30 feet.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to throw some inspiration at B.
Yay.
And just be like, you're glowing.
I feel so
glowing.
inspired. Jules telling me I'm awesome.
You do the little kawaii with your hands on your cheeks, like, ah! Or does your nose start bleeding?
Yes, that
one. Okay, and I'm going to kind of look between the 2 dudes like, well, he is outnumbered. Stennel can probably kill this guy with his bare teeth, and start moving towards B a little bit, like up in that direction.
Okay. You have enough speed you can catch up with B.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you run towards B, it is the bad guy's turn as well. And they all also converge on B. So now there is both of you standing there, and 3 of the guys drawing swords and axes approach and begin to chop into you.
One of them at disadvantage.
Yep. So that guy's at straight attack roll against B, who is prone. Would you believe I rolled a fucking 1?
He should get advantage.
Well, no, because Vicious Mockery gave him disadvantage.
Oh,
Right.
Okay, yeah.
He runs up and goes to stab at B, and B just kind of rolls over a little bit, and the blade just like misses, and he's like, "You were just there!" Like, Vicious Mockery is wringing his head. So the 2 guys that have converged on you, Jewel, attack you with sword and axe. One rolled a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
And the other guy rolled a 19.
They both hit.
So 11 points of damage on the first guy, slashing, and actually the same on the second guy.
Jesus.
As they run up and they get close to each other, and you have a melee weapon drawn, right?
No.
No? Okay. So what do you have out to stop these blades from chopping into you?
The cool new punk pins on my vest, I guess.
Jewel does not have a weapon drawn at this current time.
No, I was using magic.
Okay.
I have like punk stuff on my armor. I don't know.
All right. So they run up to you and they start attacking you. And you should notice when they get close to each other, they actually start moving more in sync with each other. And as your blade goes in, you like try to dodge out of one way, another guy stabs the other way. They're very familiar with each other. And with it, you're able to block a couple of the blows as they're hitting you, so you don't get cut or stabbed or wounded, but you are definitely on your back foot here.
Okay.
And that is the end of the initiative round. So we go back to Stennel. Stennel, after you swung around the back end of this guy and latched onto him, you can see over his shoulder Jewel and Bee fighting a handful of these guys up close.
Oh, gosh, there's a lot more of these well-dressed people than I had originally anticipated. But they've definitely got this handled. So what I want to do is I kind of want to force this guy prone, the guy I'm grappling.
Okie doke.
I don't know if that's even an advantage. But I do kind of want to like get him into an arm bar and like apply pressure so that I actually hurt him. I want to see if I can maybe dislocate a shoulder or something.
All right, go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Would this be considered me like, no, this wouldn't be lift, push, pull, or break objects. That's still decent. That's a 17.
All right, you beat him by just a little bit. So by applying the pressure, he says, ah, and he starts like to try and yank out of it at the same time as he's dropping to his knee. Then you're able to get your feet on the ground and you like force him to the ground using your awesome leverage.
That's what I do. Do I do any damage to him or?
Nope, it's just a grapple maneuver.
Fantastic.
You can deal unarmed, which is 1 plus your strength.
Would you like to deal unarmed, which is 1 plus your strength?
Sure.
You do still have to attack.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Since he is now prone, you get advantage.
If he wasn't, I would have just done it recklessly. Well, that's a 4 and a 5. So
yeah, no,
9.
You don't hurt him.
Yeah. I go to get my feet under me and like I lose a little bit of traction on the grass or whatever.
Yeah,
so
you yank him down. Yeah,
I get him prone, but I'm not quite putting the leverage on him that I'm trying to.
Exactly.
Like stupid shoes.
So that rolls over to him then, and he's going to try and break the grapple. So go ahead and roll your athletics.
14.
You beat him by 1. So
this guy can't
he's
beat
still
me.
pinned to the ground, rolling around trying to break free, and that is his turn. So we cut back to B. B, there's a guy standing over you with a blade that has been dropped into the ground next to you, and you can see that there's like his eyes are like dancing a little bit, and he's a little bit wobbly on his feet as he's standing there. And then there's 2 guys that are chopping into Jewel beside you.
Are they adjacent to me or no?
Yes.
I'm going to roll onto my back and then do like the arch flip up thing where you just jump to your feet.
Okay.
And that uses half my movement. And then I'm going to move away from Jewel so I don't fire a rifle into her ear.
All right.
That guy should get an attack of opportunity.
Correct.
And then I make 2 attacks.
All right. So as you slide sideways, what's your AC?
16.
All right. One of the guys who's fighting Jewel like whips out his sword towards you, but you easily just sidestep it. It comes zipping past your head. And you're still adjacent to the guy, or you're actually stepping away from him as well? The guy with the sword in the ground.
No, I don't care about him. I'll dance around him.
Okay. So you are still adjacent, or are you stepping far enough away so he gets an attack of opportunity as well?
I'll move away.
Okay. So he whips his sword out of the ground and like tries to cut your leg. God, I can't roll tonight. He rolled a 6. It bounces off your shin guards. Boing! And you just step away from it. So now you have 3 targets. One guy is on his knee in front of you.
Yeah.
And then the 2 that are fighting Jewel.
Well, bonus action, the one that rolled a 20 on Jewel for Hex. And then I'm going to make an attack roll.
Okay, go ahead.
21. Rolled a 16.
That hits. You're going to roll damage.
24.
That guy's head explodes and sprays blood and bone all over Jewel. Ooh.
And then the other one that hit her for 23 to hit.
That hits. No hex damage on this one.
Yeah, no hex. 7 plus 10 plus 5, 22.
Jewel is now covered in gore.
No, I'm not. I have the armor of gleaming.
And it just like drips off of her like running water.
But it stays on your skin and hair.
Yeah.
Your outfit looks great.
I gotta save my prestidigitation for my face.
B, go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
I'm bad at those. 8 plus 0, 8.
Sweet. Jewel, you're up. You have one guy on his knees who had just attacked B, and then you like had to like close your eyes as blood and bits of bone splashed into your face, and then your eyes open up and it's just like running off of your suit, but you can feel like the hot liquid on your face.
So he killed one guy or both guys?
Both of them. They both drop in front of you.
Jesus. Yeah. And there's an archer, isn't there?
You pop your head up and you don't see the archer anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm not wasting a shatter on one dude. So I will pull out my rapier finally and just stab at him. And you said he was on his knees. Is that like prone or is he still standing technically?
It's just a description. He's still standing technically.
Okay. Oh, cool. I miss with a natural 1.
Oh, yay. You stab your rapier at him and he, for the first time, looks competent as his blade slides over and catches your own.
Fuck.
It is his turn. He rolled an 11.
Against me?
Yep.
Misses.
All right, so he
Finally.
catches your blade, and he does this really cool, like, sliding up around your hilt to bring his own blade down and in line. But as he stabs it forward, you do like a sidestep and move your own hilt crossways. The blade slides even farther, and it slides off target. That brings us back to the top of the initiative. Stennel, you have this man pinned to the ground as you watch his compatriots get blown to smithereens.
Ha. Well, all of this is pretty exciting. It's more exciting than I thought the park would be tonight. I thought we'd just like drop off a thing and go. But this guy is being a jerk. All right. So I've got him grappled. I've got him pinned to the ground. They're like, yeah, is this what you wanted? Is this what you expected? And then I'm going to try and, while I'm holding him down with one hand and the crook of another arm, I'm going to reach for the hand axe at my belt and try and attack.
All right, go ahead and roll me an attack.
22.
That hits.
It's just a hand axe for 6 damage into his armpit.
Your blade chops up into his armpit, and you feel it chunk into him, and he starts screaming and wiggling around.
Wait. I get an extra attack. I get 2 in a round. Oh, wow. I forgot how much fun this guy was. Then I'll be like, tell us who you work for. And then I'll chop him with the axe again.
You're going to ask him a question and then chop him again? You're not even going to wait for the answer?
Do you remember that time the hobgoblin got away and I was like, tell him the guild sent you? And then I put a javelin in his back and killed him.
I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, I do.
So 18.
That hits as well.
And that's for 7 damage.
All right, so you chunk into him, and then you kind of like wiggle it in there a little bit deeper, and you see the blood flowing freely from his wound. He's pretty hurt.
It's getting gritty.
Yeah.
I'm going to take his hat, too. Once I can.
Yeah, he is pretty hurt. B, it is your turn. You see that there's a guy he seems fairly competent in swordplay, fighting against Jewel, but Jewel is also dazzling in her swordplay.
Natural 1. Dazzling.
Oh, she's just playing with her foe.
Toying with him.
Do I know something else hit my wisdom?
Nothing hit your wisdom. I'm
going to blow out this guy's kneecaps, I guess.
Jesus.
Okay.
Bonus action hex and attack. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Damn,
You're
dude.
exploding these people.
Popping them like zits.
7 plus 2, so 9 plus 10 from sharpshooter, 19 plus 5 from charisma and plus 1 weapon, 24.
His leg comes off, You don't blow off the kneecap. You blow off the leg. He falls over, staggering, screaming, grabbing the stump that was his leg. His face pale now from the rapid loss of blood, and it's spraying in that arterial spray. He's got seconds, maybe.
And then I'm going to do a quick spin to see if there's anyone else.
The park behind you is empty.
I don't like to see people suffer. I'm just going to put one in his head.
And his head explodes. That's pretty much effectively going to bring us out of combat, as the guy fighting Stennel is in no shape to continue fighting Stennel. And if Stennel hits him like with a feather, he will die. So we're dropping out of initiative now. Stennel has his axe buried in the armpit of the guy that was by the statue, and the rest of you are standing around some bodies covered in blood.
Yeah, see, now you've gone and made me get blood all over your nice suit. Are you happy now? Give me that hat.
Wait, where's Reslin?
Huh?
I'm going to very nervously press the digitation of the junk off Jewel. Like, sorry, you got some stuff right here, and then wave my hand.
How the fuck is this not all over you, by the way?
B, I thought
I'll be like, Stennel, wait, where's the kid?
Yeah, I thought there were supposed to be a kid you were supposed to meet. Guy? B.
You have his
No.
Your axe in his armpit. Kid. He's not going to be answering much questions. All that you're getting, Vanessa, from that spell that you cast is like flashes of white hot agony pain.
I'll take the axe out. Jeez.
Fuck.
You see another flash of white hot agony pain.
I'll bend down. I'll kneel down next to him or squat down next to him, and like put my hand, like grab his chin in between my my thumb and my pointer finger, and like jerk his head so that he's looking at me and say, "Where's the kid?"
It's a jumble of pain, and then you get like a flash of a warehouse, and he's like and then like you don't see anything else, just like a building. You wouldn't be able to like. It looks like many other buildings in West Bank.
Okay.
You gonna start searching pockets?
What's he gonna do about it?
No, nothing. He's not gonna attempt to stop you or anything like that. I just real quick question: how long does that spell last?
It lasts 1 minute, and I did roll concentration both times I was hit.
Oh, nice.
And I passed. I passed both times.
So did you want to do anything else with it? Because if we start searching pockets, that'll take time, and you're gonna run out.
I'll just keep trying to bring. Hold on.
Yeah, you can probe deeper, can't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna try and probe deeper.
And I'm gonna try and like push his arm down to try and close the wound some, so he doesn't bleed out on us.
So he has to do a wisdom saving throw. It's DC 15.
Is he at disadvantage?
So I'm rolling him at disadvantage for this one, but he still rolled a 19.
Okay. Okay. If it succeeds, the spell ends. So
yeah. So as you try to probe deeper, it suddenly like the white hot pain sheets across your vision, and all you see is like red and lightning, and then the spell drops.
Kind of grimace and take a step back and like let his head drop. Okay, so from having seen the kid in his head, would that make me familiar enough to be able to use the sending spell to contact the kid?
One
more time.
So, from seeing the kid through detect thoughts, would that make me familiar enough with the kid to use the sending spell to send a message to the kid?
I'm gonna say no, because you saw a surface thought, and it was more of just like a flash. It didn't have like clearly defined features. It was just like the rough feature of a kid, right?
Okay.
And then like an arm that was nearby the kid. It wasn't like you could see all the dimples and stuff like that on him.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay. That's all I have, really.
Do you have suggestion?
Of course. Yes, of course I do. I will pull out I'll wipe my rapier off on my pants, knowing that it won't stain anything, and put my rapier away. And then I'll pull out my Mac for mead and just play a couple a couple notes of a melody and cast suggestion. And I suggest that he answers our questions about Reslin. Or I suggest that he tells us where Reslin is. He's at disadvantage because if I cast it with a Cittern.
Yep. I was rolling at disadvantage. You rolled a 15. What's your DC?
15.
He passed.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm rolling dice. I don't know. I don't know what happened. You can see the pain is clearly more forethought inside of his mind, and it's actually too distracting where the spell is failing.
I guess I can try the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna put the rifle to his gut and just, where's the kid?
I'll never give up the Pewter Kings. They're gonna kill you. Yeah, they're gonna get you.
Lower the rifle slightly.
But we can maybe discuss options. I can tell you where the yeah. I'll show you where the den's at. Yeah.
Jewel.
What?
Stennel. Is this what you do with this? I've only done a few.
Do what with what now?
Do we just...
You're going to shoot his junk off?
Oh, I hope I don't have to. And I press it a little bit. But do you normally just follow them to the place?
Well, he can tell us where the place is, right? Or he wants us to follow him into a trap?
No. I can tell you. It's fine. I draw you a map and everything.
What if he tells us the wrong place?
Yeah, we could just take him with us.
No. It's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, we can take him with us.
What'll happen is, what I can do is, I can just, I can twist his arm up behind his back and lead him, and he can come with us. And if he steers us in the wrong direction, I'll just jerk his arm a little bit. I don't think he's going to enjoy that. You want me to give this arm a little twist now? It's a pretty nasty gash you got in there.
You don't have to. I'll just lead you without that. You don't have to do that.
Sounds good. All right, lead the way. See, we can be friends. I've got his hat on. It's a nice bowler hat, right? White?
It is over the top of your head.
I am okay. Yeah,
it drops down where you have to lean your head back so that way it rests on your nose and you can just see out the bottom of it.
It's more than I need.
Even with your badger hood, it's just whoop.
I may keep this hat. We'll see. All right, come on. You're our new friend. Let's go.
So you're not gonna try and twist his arm up behind his back?
No, that's exactly what I'm doing. He's leading the way.
So he's gonna do that in a crouch walk because you're pretty tiny.
Well, you can just grab his finger and twist it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So you're
I'm miming it. It's right here. It's fine. I got his thumb back. I got his arm back here.
All right. I get it.
He's not a strong guy. He doesn't lift.
I mean, your arms are gonna get tired after a while, but sure, that'd be fine. All right, you lift him up, and he starts walking.
All right, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot.
It's kind of a long way from here. It's gonna be easier if we got a carriage or something.
I twist his thumb.
Fuck no! I mean, I'm not even lying. It's a long way to go.
It's going to be hard to find that with a bleeding gentleman.
Well, I'm open to direction.
Yeah, cool. I'll just tell you then. Here, let me write it down.
I'm going to change the rifle into a hand.
Okie dokie.
Jewel?
Why don't you just tell us the address?
And so he does.
Okay, so let's just lead him to that address. I have manacles. We can just manacle him.
Okay, but just for clarification, are we taking him or are we leaving him?
Well...
If we take him, we can trade him for the kid.
Or we can just take the kid.
We could take them both.
I don't know. Is there a police station between here and there? We can just drop him off and be like, dude, this guy attacked us in the fucking park.
It's a long way between here and where he's telling you. He's telling you a warehouse that's going to be closer to the, not quite all the way to the docks, but on the way. And from where you're at, that's a good long ways to walk with a guy in manacles or hand behind his back.
Also, we should probably move. The one downside about this is that it's very loud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there were 6 guys and we only downed 5 of them, so somebody got away. We're going to have to make haste.
Did that happen? Oh, yeah, the sniper. Well, we have a carriage. We were ready to leave the city. So,
Sure. Let's throw him in the back and go towards the location, I guess.
Yes.
Oh man. And you throw him in the back.
Oh man, what?
The guy did not want to go. He was trying to get out of it as much as possible. And now you guys just threw him in the back of a carriage. So, yeah, he's not the happiest of blokes. You guys arrive at your carriage, you get him in the back, and then you start making your way down towards what Jewel would know as being a little bit of a seedier side of town. And, I mean, it doesn't take much to actually indicate that this is not the best of neighborhoods. There's more boarded up buildings. There is dilapidation that you can see. There's a lot less police presence as you make your way deeper into the city on this portion of it. And there's more bars, just like a ton more bars.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. But shortly, you guys approach within maybe a city block of where the warehouse is, and it's on a stretch of a bunch of other warehouses as well. You can actually see that this portion here is, during the daytime at least, there are some genuine companies that own these warehouses along the stretch. So even though it's not in the nicest of neighborhoods, it's still not necessarily like this is all criminal stuff.
There's some legitimacy.
Yes, exactly. There's legitimate businesses that make their ways here, probably for the cheaper labor and the cheaper costs that are involved for this area.
Right.
I wanted to get you within a city block. I'm not sure if you guys want to exit the carriage or you want to ride the carriage all the way up to the warehouse door. Or what do you guys want to do?
What do we want to do with this buffoon? Do we want to park at the end?
Can't we just lock him to a gutter or something?
I guess.
sure.
I pull out my second pair of manacles.
So you lock them to a gutter?
If it looks sturdy enough.
Yeah, sure. Taking a look around, you notice a couple of pipes that would do the job, and a quick tug or two. Nothing's like rusted out. It'll do the job.
I'm going to get out something like some type of black marker from my disguise kit and write kidnapper on the back of his white jacket.
He can feel you writing something on there, but like, hey, what you doing? What you writing there?
Just something to remember you by.
Yeah, you just sit tight, Toots. You're our friend now.
All right, so now you guys are the warehouse that you're looking for is at the end of the street. It has a faded sign on the outside that is like a small like donkey pictured of it, and it says "the cart before the horse."
Yes, this is the address he gave us.
Is this actually it?
Do see that there's lights on in this particular warehouse, but there's nobody like standing out front, and the doors are closed.
So where's the kid inside?
You talking to me?
Yes.
There's a trap door in the basement, and underneath the trap door, there's a couple of cells. Should be down there.
Insight check.
Sure, go ahead.
Hey, 15.
Nice.
Yep, he's telling the truth.
Can I ask him, like, what do you guys want with this kid anyway?
Man, I don't know. Mr. Besselman wanted the ring, and the kid wouldn't get it to him, and I don't understand.
Yeah, well, that makes two of us, buddy.
I mean, you know, at my level, you do what you're told. He told me, go to the park, meet the person who's got the ring. Didn't say there's no Adventurers Guild, that's for sure.
Sorry about the axe in your chest. I pat him.
Yeah, things kind of got out of hand for you. But, you know, that happens sometimes. I'll give him his hat back.
Thanks. Yeah.
It looks good on you.
You know, got to feed the family and all.
You crazy criminal. All right, what do you guys think? Front door?
That what you normally do? Show me the Stennel and Jewel adventure.
Yeah, Jewel, what do we normally do?
Fuck everything up.
I'm great at that.
Welcome to the team. One of us.
I also think it's shotgun time.
I can cast invisibility on myself.
That actually sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Or on anybody.
B and I'll just go in the front door and you can just be our wild card.
Or Jewel can go get the kids.
Yeah, I can go scout.
Okay. But if you get into trouble, you just make a ruckus and we'll come in the front door.
Hey, Jewel, what's your perception?
My
Passive
perception?
perception. I think you have the
It's like
highest
a
one of the
10?
group, so.
No, it's a 10. I have a -1 wisdom.
Right, okay. Let me try this. What's everyone's passive perception?
13.
12.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, you're used to my druid.
I'm used to your druid. That's right. I'm like, oh, it's got to be. Nope. All right. So none of you guys hear it then. Okay, cool. Anyways.
I'd like to take a moment and
fuck.
listen very carefully. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you hear shit.
So do you want us to go in the front door, Jewel, or are you going to sneak in somewhere? What's your plan?
I guess I could try doing invisibility and just sneaking around and seeing if I can find the kid.
How are you going to get in?
Just open the door and walk in.
Is
I like
there a back door that's easier to get to that trap door?
So are you asking the guy again?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a back door, sure, but like the trap door is near the offices, so you got to go to the offices. Like there ain't really. It's like more in the middle.
Is there a window?
I mean, they got a couple windows, but not into the offices.
You're making this very difficult, friend.
I mean, Mr. Besselman don't like people looking into his stuff, you know?
Okay. Well, front or back?
Which one has less people at it?
You don't see anybody in the front. It's one of those warehouse doors where it's like a really big warehouse door, and then it has one of those smaller doors cut into it.
Okay. I'll use my Cittern to cast invisibility from the Cittern on myself.
Cool. So what's that look like before you go invisible? Is it like predator stuff, or is it just like, boom, you're gone?
Yeah, I'll like strum a couple notes on the Cittern and some they're clear, but they're starting to turn kind of like because my magic's usually like neon pink, and it has like a very light neon pink tinge to it, and it just kind of shockwaves out from the Cittern, and with each shockwave that hits me, I just fade away a little bit more. So it's like a ripple of just like gradually fading away.
That's fantastic.
Nothing.
I like that. It's really good. So you see the ripply fading away, and then suddenly Jewel is gone.
I try closing my eyes and see if I can see through my eyelids.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay.
Can you see through your eyelids or not?
No, I think you just can't see me.
All right. I mean,
don't think I'm
magic
truly
is magic,
invisible.
so it's not like it abides by the laws of physics.
I'm going to look at both of you, even though you can't see me.
Give him the thumbs up.
Yeah. And then I'll say, maybe you guys should hide around the corner. So if the door opens and they see it, they don't come out here and see you.
Hey, this guy will just yell.
That's true. Well, I will try to quietly open the door and slip through.
And I'll stand behind our friend so that if they see him, they won't see me.
Stennel and I could just walk in and then he could follow behind us so it doesn't look.
I mean, you guys would be walking in, so what's the point?
Well, we'd be a
one of-
distraction. We'd talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay, do that, I guess. While you guys distract them while I invisibly look for the trapdoor to
Mhm.
find the kid. Okay, let's do that. Time's wasting on this spell.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
go.
All right. So as you guys approach the front of the warehouse doors, you see that it has a nice thick padlock on the outside of it, but you can hear some sounds of people. And as you walk past the alleyway between one warehouse and the next, you can clearly see that there's 3 guys just standing around a door in the side of the warehouse, just bullshitting and lighting cigarettes.
Yeah, we have business with Mr. Besselman.
One of the guys who's like smoking on a cigarette, like flicks it out and he goes, I don't think that you do at this time of day.
He sent us a message looking for some ring, and I think I know who has it.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you just stand right there and I'm going to go and get the boss, all right?
Okay.
So you guys are standing.
As soon as the door opens, I sneak in.
All right, so the guy walks in and he opens the door and he walks through it, and you're going to sneak in as he's walking through the door?
Mhm.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
At like advantage because I'm
Oh,
invisible.
yeah, no, because, you get it at advantage, yes.
And I'll be distracting. Hi, my name's Stennel. I'm short. But not
21.
that short.
Okie dokie. Well, that clearly defeats everybody's passive perception as they are being distracted by Stennel, and you are a friggin' ghost. So you slide right behind the guy as he just lets the door naturally close on its own behind him for some reason instead of like closing it himself.
All right.
I mean, there are 2 other people there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's got no worries. So when you walk in, you enter like the side of the warehouse door, and then it kind of opens up in front of you, and you see there's multiple crates stacked on top of each other. To your left, there is an extension from the wall that looks like several closed rooms. Possibly that's where the offices are, although none of them have windows showing out to the shop floor. Across from you, you see there's 3 or 4 other guys, and there's like 2 large carriages, and these guys are beginning to like lift crates and load them onto carriages. And there's one guy standing around with a clipboard, and he's like writing notes down and stuff like that. So that's where this guy that you followed in is walking towards, is the guy with the clipboard.
Okay. And so I'm going to head towards the closed rooms and look in the area. He said that there might be a trap door.
All right, so you head towards the closed rooms, and go ahead and roll me, what's a search check? Roll me a search check.
Investigation.
There we go.
17.
That's a pretty good roll. So as you're looking around the outside of it and spending some time to investigate these office doors, you don't see a trap door here. None of the doors, as you gently play with the handles, are locked. You can go into any of the rooms. There's 4 of them lining this side of the wall. But from your vantage point, you can see across the warehouse between the crates, there is some offices with glass windows that look out into the sales floor.
Okay. So I'll walk towards those offices.
All right, go ahead and roll me
Looking for
another
a trap
stealth
door as I
check as
go.
you make your way across a wide open area. And the floor itself might make some noise.
17.
All right. So as you're doing that, you can hear that the one guy is like talking to the manager, and he's like, "Yeah, these guys said they have like some business with Mr. Besselman, but Mr. Besselman didn't say nothing about that happening tonight, now did he?" And the guy's like, "No, I don't remember hearing anything about this evening. Better go check it out. Come on, boys." And him and like 4 other guys start walking towards the doorway that you snuck through.
Okay. I would send a message, but that would break the invisibility.
You make your way across the floor, past the crates that are being loaded into the back end. As you do, there's this really strong, like chemically smell that hits your nose as you're making your way past the crates.
Okay. Do I recognize the smell?
No, it's nasty. It reminds you of like alchemicals you've been around. You've been around Dimble, and Dimble smelled like this, but at a much like just faint versus the overpowering stench that is hitting you as you walk past these crates.
Okay. And do I see a trapdoor anywhere?
You haven't made it all the way to the office yet. I stopped you before you made it across the floor towards the offices.
Okay. Can I continue towards the offices?
Yeah, that's no problem. You continue making your way past the crates from the stinky smell to the offices. You see that there is 4 offices. One of them is occupied. There seems to be a clerk behind the glass window, and he's writing down on notebooks and moving pages. Mind you, it's about 1 a.m. now that this man is here working, well outside of normal business hours.
Right.
And the rest of the offices are dark. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check here.
Okay. Oh, shit. Investigations +2, 21.
Nice. So looking around outside of the offices, you don't see a trapdoor, although when you peek into one of the dark offices, you can see that there is light on the floor. And at first you're like, oh, that's a weird reflection. And then you stop to take a deeper look and realize that there's light coming through a crack in the trapdoor inside the office.
Okay. When I gently like touch the handle, does it move at all?
Yep, the handle moves.
Okay. Is there anybody around that could see me if I tried to open this door or see the door open?
No, the guy that's in the office is 1 office over. You can see that there's an actual window between the offices, so it would look into here. But his head's down and he looks pretty preoccupied.
Okay. I will try to quietly open the door as little as possible to get my body through and then close the door again.
All right, you go ahead and slide through. Your stealth checks have been fantastical so far, so I'm just going to keep running from that one. But as we get to that part, we jump outside as 6 guys walk outside to join the other 2 that were out there, and one of them is a very large guy with a clipboard in one hand. He begins walking towards you, Stennel and Bee.
Hello.
Good evening.
And a good evening to you as well, sir. Are you Mr. Barnabas? What was his name be?
Embezzlement.
Bezelnick. Yeah. Are you Mr. Bezelnick?
No, I am not, but I heard you have some business with him.
I got a note earlier saying that he was after some ring that some kid gave me. I don't hang on to random junk, so I'm pretty sure I know who has it because I got rid of the thing.
All right. Well, you want to tell me, and I will write it down and bring it to Mr. Besselman when I see him next.
I mean, I was hoping there would be some kind of reward we could work out.
I'm sure there can be. You can give me your name, where I can find you, and be more than happy to pass that along. As an aside, are you guys wearing your guild membership badges?
He does not have that kind of foresight, so...
I wouldn't have thought to take it off.
Yep. So you are wearing it?
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. Cool.
We're guildies.
So, yeah, but he like spots that as it's on you. He's like, or I can just let the guild, know. Yeah, I can tell Mr. Besselman the guild was here for him.
That's right. You tell him the guild was here for him.
Okay, well, if he wants to meet me sometime, I mean, we can figure out when.
No. You tell him. You tell him that, like, when he wakes up in the morning, you tell him that when he has his first cup of coffee, tell him that when he goes to bed at night, the guild is waiting for him.
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation check.
No, it's a very friendly thing.
Okay, don't roll me an intimidation check.
No, I'm very, very, very friendly. It's very subtle. I'm so subtle.
Yeah, no, it's super subtle.
Can I try and roll a persuasion?
For what?
I think it would be best. I mean, it seemed real important to your boss, whatever this ring is. So if we could just talk about it now and get it out of the way, because I'm going to be leaving.
All right, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. And Stennel, seriously though, roll me an intimidation check.
13 plus save and dirty 20.
Oh, wow. I got a 6 on the intimidation. See? Friendly.
Yeah, exactly. He took it as that's what you meant. You're just trying to be friendly. And then the persuasion check, and you can see that he looks, man, I'm telling you, I really don't want to go and wake up Mr. Besselman this time of night. Why don't you just give me your name, and I will have him contact the guild for whatever this is that he's looking for.
We're just cosplayers.
All right.
We work for the theater.
Over here was talking about the all right, now you're starting to piss me off. Like,
well, he's very
seriously,
in
what do you
character.
want?
Well, I want a reward because working in theaters so poor.
I'm sure Mr. Besselman would be more than happy to pay you upon whatever it is that you're looking for. Listen, man, I work the crates, right? That's my job. So I got to get back to it. I'll pass along your information.
Fine.
Well, my name is Stennel. What's yours? And I hold up my hand to shake his hand.
He looks down at you, and then he goes and reaches his hand out to shake yours, like, Jason.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Jason.
Really? My name is Jason, too.
No shit. He shakes your hand as well. All right, Jason, too. I'll make sure to send that along to the boss, and when he gets an opportunity, we're going to jump back to Jewel. Jewel, you're in the office.
Looking around. Keeping my eye on... Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on the guy in the other office, but I'm going to move towards the trap door and see if I'm able to open it.
So you slide over to the trap door, and it's not even 100% cleverly built into the floor. Like, once you get close enough, you can clearly see it's a trap door, and it does have like a wood handle to it that does fall flat. So if you like lift it up, then it pops out of the floor, and that's the most clever part of the design.
Okay.
But it's not locked. The handle flips up, no problem. You can lift the trap door if you'd like.
I want to listen and see if I can hear any movement beneath me.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yeah, that was a 3.
I'm going to go ahead and give you advantage because it is very quiet in here. All you can hear in the background is just like the screeching of the pen across, notebook.
Cool. I rolled a 19 on my advantage roll.
Nice. Keeping your ear to the floor. You don't hear anything. It's really quiet down there.
Okay. I'm going to try and open the door quietly, or open the trap door quietly.
You gently lift the trap door and it slides just a little bit enough to let a little bit of light in. And then that's when the alarm goes off.
Fuck.
It's loud.
Well.
It fills the area. From outside, Stennel and Bee can clearly hear an alarm going off, and all of the heads of the workers that are standing out there snap towards the warehouse building.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Will our adventurers discover what's in the basement of the warehouse? Will they find the kid that gave the mysterious ring? What does the mysterious ring represent? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. But before we go, a couple of messages from several of our players. Vanessa, take it away.
Remember to enter our giveaway on on Twitter. We're giving away a dice box. Follow us on all the social medias because sometimes we do giveaways and stuff. I think that's it for me. Just social media. Look for us everywhere. We're a Total Party Guild.
Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. Tell your pen pals in the UK, like, hey, stop obsessing over Brexit and listen to this podcast.
And if you want to learn more about the players, the world, the cast, the characters, check us out at totalpartyguild.com, where you can look up all the information and more. Make sure you follow us on Spotify and iTunes and anywhere else podcasts are available.
And remember, Guildies, a guild of many defeats more monsters. Party
Party
on!
on!